Hi, in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Brian May guitar and answering a lot of the questions that people have been emailing in asking about the guitar itself. It's produced by Brian May Guitars. Their website is brianmayguitars.co.uk. The guitar comes in a whole range of different colours. It's not to be mixed up with the Burns Red Special, which to a large degree looks almost exactly the same, and when I bought this one I did think it was a Burns Red Special. The main difference between the guitars is the Burns one has Burns written on the headstock. The Burns one doesn't have the half moon plate that's beneath the trem, and also the Burns one has Burns stamped on the trisonic pickups as well. So that's the difference between them. I think Brian May parted company with Burns through different issues and decided to set up his own company to produce these guitars. Now if we look on the Brian May Guitars website, we see that there's not just this guitar available. There is a BM Super, which we'll look at shortly. There's also an acoustic, I think it's a Rhapsody acoustic. There's also a Red Special bass. There's the Mini May, which reviewed a few months ago. I'll put the link in the description of this video to check that one out. There's also a ukulele as well as a whole range of different accessories, the straps, the different the gig bags, things like that. There's also, which I bought for this one, which was the volume and tone knob. I upgraded to the aluminium ones, which in my opinion look a lot better. The website itself has a full list of stockists throughout the world, and really that is the place to be able to find out where to buy one. Now the website itself is much improved from when I bought this one. It has a full detailed account of the guitar. It explains the selector switch of the trisonic pickups, how we can put the guitar in and out of phase. Has 13 different tonal possibilities, explains that fully. And one thing I was glad about that the website explains is how to actually attach the trem arm to the trem. A lot of people were messaging in, couldn't figure that out. I myself had a lot of problems with the trem arm, but the website does explain that. There's a little Allen key connection just underneath, but it explains it a lot better visually on the website. It also, in the side of the website, has some helpful links. It was nice to see that one of the helpful links was a link to this YouTube channel, so it's official. I'm actually useful, no matter what other people say. Brian May Guitars thinks that this YouTube channel is useful, so that was nice. Appreciate that. Wanted now to look at the BM Super. Now I don't own one, I haven't had a go on one, but a lot of people ask, you know, what's the difference between the BM Super and this one? Most obvious thing is, in English pounds, this is £649. The BM Super is just short of £3,000, so there's obviously going to be a lot of difference. The main difference is the fact that the BM Super is more closely replicating the original Brian May Red Special. It does differ in ways. I think they made the body out of mahogany, where obviously the original isn't. And I think they did that for the sake of price and being able to produce it. But the most obvious thing visually to look at is the trem differs. We've obviously got an almost Strat style trem on this version, where the BM Super has the roller blade trem, which is more authentic, like the one that Brian May has on his guitar. The pickups, Addison's Burns trisonic pickups, where the pickups on this one are a trisonic style pickup. So obviously the pickups are higher spec as is the wiring on the BM Super. It's also got a Goto locking tuners with like the pearloid machine heads, where this one has got a Grover locking tuners as well. Another point is, a lot of people complained with this guitar that the scratch plate isn't the original shape that it is on the original, where on the BM Super apparently it's exactly the same as well. So obviously the BM Super is a higher spec guitar, which you would expect at the price. Another question I keep getting asked about this guitar as well is the guitar neck really wide. It probably is wider than most guitars, but I haven't particularly got big hands and I find that it's okay. So I've never really found that to be a problem. Another important point about this guitar, if you are going to buy this guitar to try to emulate the sound of Brian May, you are not magically going to plug the guitar into an amp and sound like this. There's a lot, the guitar itself is just one part of the Brian May sound. He famously uses Vox AC30 amps with a treble booster, and at the very minimum you're going to have to buy a treble booster to try to emulate that guitar sound. There's a whole different range of items on the market. I personally use Guitar Rig 5, which has a Vox AC30, a treble booster as well as chorus flangers, things like that, to be able to produce a Brian May sound. Also use this, the BM1, which is modelled off a Deaky amp with a built-in treble booster, which again enables you to get a tone reminiscent of Brian May. They no longer make these, but they are available on places like eBay. There's also the Brian May pedal by Digitech, which helps emulate the sound. Again, that's no longer made and it is generally found on places like eBay. Amps like the one Brian May uses, the Vox AC30, from what I've heard, when he gets the Vox AC30 he has his tech completely rewire it to his specifications, so you're probably not even going to be able to go out and buy exactly what Brian May uses. There is a pedal that you can get that has the same circuitry, which has been designed to sound like Brian May. I'll put links in the description of this video that hopefully explain things further, but without getting into how to sound like Brian May, the main point is you're going to have to look up what gear you need, because this guitar, which is essential for sounding like Brian May, isn't going to magically happen by just purely plugging in to an amp. It's a very versatile guitar. It is a beautiful guitar, but doesn't necessarily just have to be used for sounding like Brian May. This is the guitar that I use in all my videos for the Queen guitar tutorials. So I'll tail out in this video by taking a look at some of the sounds that I've been able to create using this guitar. So as always, thank you for watching, and I hope that answers everybody's questions.
Thank you.